Project Zomboid hides a secret military base tucked deep within the woods north of Rosewood. To find it, we need to veer off the main highway and follow a side road, which eventually turns into a rough, unmarked dirt track. No signs give any hint of what lies ahead, adding to the mystery. As we navigate the long and winding trail, it begins to transition into a paved road. Our first glimpse of the facility is a sturdy guardhouse, standing watch over a large fenced perimeter. A bold warning sign posted on the fence leaves us wondering, what is this place? Continuing along the road, we encounter a fork leading to two different areas. The road on the left leads to the back of the facility, and the road on the right leads to the facility's main entrance. A sign confirms what many might have suspected, that the facility is directly tied to the US military. But this revelation only raises more questions. Stepping inside the building, we're greeted by a main reception area. To the right are a cluster of ordinary-looking offices and a small kitchen, seemingly mundane compared to what lies ahead. Moving further into the compound, we pass through a set of secure doors and enter the next wing. On the right is a large meeting room, while opposite is an archive room, packed with filing cabinets holding who knows what classified secrets. Further exploration reveals a boiler room with numerous generators buzzing nearby, and even further on, an ominous interrogation room, complete with large recording equipment pointed inwards, and a communications tower outfitted with several military ham radios and 3 massive antennae looming outside. The left wing of this facility pulls us deeper into its mysteries. Right away, we encounter 2 offices, both cluttered with abandoned desks and computers, and nearby lies yet another security checkpoint. Continuing forward, we come across a large garage area. The space is eerily empty, aside from a defunct elevator and a staircase leading upward. Following the stairs leads to the facility's only upper level, the helipad. Back down is a grand office, adorned with diplomas and expensive-looking furniture. To the right of this wing lies a series of medical rooms, housing both standard medical tools and what appears to be research equipment. Was this equipment solely for treating staff, or was it being used for something far more sinister? The next room may offer a chilling clue. Inside the nearly barren space are just a few more scattered papers, a lone chair, and a set of kennels. What are kennels doing here? Were they researching something? If so, what and why? Why is it all so secret? One key detail stands out above all else. Papers and files are scattered throughout the base, abandoned in a rush, as though the former occupants were fleeing something that they knew they couldn't stop. And then there's the elevator. Only the stairs reach up to the helipad, and there aren't any other upper floors, which can only mean one thing. We must descend a seemingly endless stairwell, taking us far below the surface to the heart of the facility. The first thing we encounter on level 1 is a set of decontamination showers. Next, we find a massive communications room, far more advanced than anything we saw above ground. This level is the communications hub for the facility. Elsewhere are a few large bedrooms, likely reserved for senior personnel. Lastly on this floor is an enormous storage room, brimming with utility equipment. Level 2 is a sprawling dormitory for military staff. This explains how and why so many zombies exist in the base at all in the first place. Beyond that, there's very little else to uncover here, leading us to the next level. Level 3 serves as the facility's recreational area. Here, we find a large canteen, a casual chill-out room, what I think is a war room, and a large gym. There's also a control center, resembling the kind you'd see like in the NASA Mission Command. It's almost strange to see so much normalcy in a facility that clearly hides so much. The next level is where it gets intriguing. The first thing we find on level 4 is a series of nondescript rooms. with one filled with barrels of unidentified substances. Nearby is a fully stocked armory and a sizable medical room. But the most important area can be found at the end of the corridor, and beyond lies the facility's greatest and most haunting mystery. Immediately inside are 4 laboratories. Each appears to have extensive research equipment. Fume hoods, microscopes, and other research equipment can be found. As if their setup felt unsettling enough, nearby are even more rooms. First thing noticeable are IV drips hung ominously over testing chairs. Whatever experiments were being conducted here, they were anything but ordinary. One more room just nearby houses even more shocking discoveries, hinted at earlier on the surface. This room is filled with kennels, and nearby, a large stretcher, likely to take away any animals too sick or ill. What were they testing for? Could this be where the Nox infection began? But it doesn't end there. What remains is far more disturbing. A set of ominous stairs descends even further into the depths of the facility. Following them down into a dark corridor and set of double doors, we uncover a morgue. Silent, cold, and haunting. The sheer scale of it reveals the full extent of their experiments and the countless test subjects sacrificed, clearly without a shred of morality or care. Unfortunately, we find little answers to our many questions. However, one final level remains. At first glance, the final level appears unremarkable, but at the far end, beyond the machinery, lies something strange. A long, dark, and narrow corridor stretches out before us, its silence unsettling. At the end stands an unusual metal prison-like door, completely out of place. Entering through the metal door leads to an even bigger metal shutter. Something entirely new. Opening it reveals a cavern. Vast, dark, and seemingly endless. For those brave enough to step into the unknown and navigate the cavern's maze-like twisting paths, something unexpected awaits. A fleeting glimpse of one final door emerges out of the dark. What lies beyond? Something you probably wouldn't expect. Inside is a large room filled with sleeping bags, primitive furniture, a radio, and broken glass. And on one wall is large graffiti with the words, "Have hope." There is very little explanation for this room. Were they immune survivors imprisoned here by the military for testing? Or were they military survivors trapped here by the threat of zombies? Unfortunately, the answer is likely a disappointing one. At the end of the room are 3 traffic cones. This, along with the random inconsistent furniture, indicates that this is most likely still a work in progress within B42. Maybe when B42 fully releases, we will find out the real secret.